Hello, and you're very welcome to episode 11 of this Project 259 16-week marathon training plan leading up to the Wizz Air Milan Marathon on the 6th of April. And it's been another good week's training in. Solid week. And without further ado, we'll get on and kick into the week. So moving on, Monday was a rest day as usual. And as I said before, countless many times, I'd be very thankful of the rest day on a Monday. Tuesday, got out, done 8 miles, very easy with the boys, and just took it very handy. The legs are starting to feel it, I won't lie to you. It's been a while now since it's an extra week in the block. I should have had a rest week last week, but I didn't. I'm taking it this week as I'm doing Bohemian at the weekend. So it was an extra week onto the block, and I won't lie to you, I felt it now, I have to say. I was flat now last week, I was tired. But look, I managed to get it done, and we got the week done. So look, it is what it is, you know. So Tuesday, 8 miles, as we said, nice and easy. Wednesday, I won't lie to you, I went out, and on the same thing, I was flat as a pancake. Just hadn't got it in me to do a session. I was to do AP1K, and I was bet, I won't lie to you. I was bet, running around, pulled out a session, and I just kept running. I ran for the 8 miles, got it home, got in, had an extra nap that day, and just rested. And yeah, I just fell flat. I didn't do it, you know. So look, I didn't feel the point in forcing it. I know I've gone a good stretch without a rest week, so it was kind of playing on the back of my mind, you know. So didn't get it done, and we chalked that one down. So Thursday, managed to resurrect myself. I reached out to the boys in Ballymun, and as luck would have it, they had changed the session around. So they were doing 6x1 miles on the Thursday morning. And look, I won't lie to you, there's been a lot going on in the background in my personal life. So the old mental health and all the rest of it wasn't great all week, as well as being flat and feeling tired. And boy, Jez, was I glad that I was able to reach out to the lads and get in with them and do a session with them. And managed to do a 6x1 miles. Went very, very well. A peculiar session. It's a session that I normally wouldn't do, the way they done the miles. It was kind of 4 miles or 400 metres at, say, a 7-minute pace. 400 metres at 6-minute pace. 4 7s and 4 at 6s, you know. It was on and off. Peculiar session for me. I'd have never done something like that before. I didn't really give a fiddlers. I was glad to be in company. I was glad to be doing some quality work. And after Wednesday, it was a good boost for me. Running with the lads, they're running very, very well. So I was delighted to get it done. And look, it just reminds me, and I spread the message all as much as I can. It's so important to boom and reach out to people, and when your head is not in a great space, and you know it's not in a great space, to reach out to people and get out, and even if they had been going for a 6-mile walk on Thursday morning, I'd have gone for a 6-mile walk. That's just the way it was. I didn't give a fiddlers what they were doing or where they were going. I was going to do it anyway, and I was just thankful that it somewhat resembled the plan that I was on. And it ended up being a very, very good session. So yeah, happy out with it. Managed to resurrect the week, and gave me a bit of a boost going forward into the weekend. So Friday, Saturday, again, 2 easy days. I think Friday, we ran 8 miles with the lads on Friday morning. Nice and handy. Saturday morning was even easier again. I think we done 5 miles with the group in Ballymun. It was absolutely brilliant seeing all the different groups there, from couch to 5k to a load of women in the club training on their various different plans, from couch to 5k to the Riga plan that they're doing in May. And absolutely great buzz and great energy around the place on Saturday morning. Myself and the lads done 5 miles easy. Some of them were running lusk the next day, so it wasn't breakneck speed. And I had a big session to do on the Sunday. So look, got it done. Great company, great surroundings, and Jesus, it does nothing but boost your mood and boost your mental health and everything else. It's great for the soul, I have to say. Absolutely fabulous. So moving on to Sunday. Sunday was the long run. It was 18 miles. 10 miles in the middle at marathon pace. Tough day. I'd reached out during the week to a couple of lads that I know are doing different marathons. Some of them are doing London. Some of them are doing Hamburg. So it was a great thing. I reached out to them, and they were, the four of them were looking for breaking 3 hours. So the pace suited them down to the ground. It's great having a little bit of extra company. It's the first time now that I've done any of the long runs or anything else with people. And geez, you really feel the difference. We've done it around the Phoenix Park. We got 4 miles of a very easy warm-up, just under 8-minute miles. And then we went at it for 10 miles. I was ruthless in the pace, just executing the time that I wanted, pulling the lads back. And look, when you're running with 4 people, it feels so much easier than running on your own, you know. So, and it's just 4 different guys. Couldn't be any more different now, let me tell you. And just keeping it in check. And we managed just to peel off the miles one by one, get the gels in when we needed to get the gels in. And a very, very controlled morning. It was phenomenal running around the Phoenix Park with all your helpful runners. You had the inner city, you had the libos running there, and a million other groups of runners around the place. And it was great doing a session like that, coming up on top of groups of people. And I'm talking 40, 50 people in each group, and just going by them, feeding off the energy as you were running by them. It was an absolutely great morning now, I have to say. It really made the 10 miles in the middle just fly in. And it did, it just flew in. I wouldn't say it was effortless, but it was by no means a challenge. Absolutely not. Could I have kept going? 100%. And we'd have knocked out the miles. It wasn't a problem. We controlled the miles. The average for the 10 miles, I think it was 6:48 per mile. It's around 4:13 minute Ks. But still a couple of seconds to spare underneath the sub 3 hours. So it was very, very controlled. Very well done. We got the 4 miles cool down done afterwards, and got back to the hole in the wall, had the porridge, the coffee, and got the recovery drinks into us. It worked an absolute treat. Controlled the gels and everything about the run. Gave me a good confidence booster going into Bohemian next week. Like for the 10 miles, it was done in, I think, 67:40 for the 10 miles. You know, it was nice going, and it's nice to be able to run at that pace and think, Jesus Christ almighty, this is well under 90 minutes for a half marathon, and you're just cruising, you know. And it's just nice running. It's nice to get to that stage, and it takes a while. It's taken 11 weeks now at this stage and more, you know, to get here, like, you know what I mean. So it was a nice feeling, good little confidence booster after the week that I had in other different ways. It was nice to finish off the week with a good boost, with great company, like-minded people, sharing the same like-minded goal that I have, and it's amazing picking their brains and then picking my brains. And it was an absolute great morning. Thoroughly enjoyed it, and great result. So moving on to the strength and conditioning, I managed to get 2 half-decent sessions in during the week, Tuesday and Friday. Very happy with them. As I said to you in the previous weeks, I'm not a lover at it, and whatever it is about coming to the end of this part in the programme, I'm even less blooming motivated to bloom and get into the gym. But I know I have to drag my arse in, and I know I have to just get it done, you know. I suck it up, and I just get it done. And that's the way it is. It was 2 of the same sessions I've done last week, and yeah, I'll post them up here what they were, and went very well, and they just got done, you know. So moving on to the mental wins this week. The mental wins this week were, well, it had to be standout, was Thursday morning, getting the session done Thursday morning. After having the week that I was after having, tying in with the boys and reaching out and getting in with them and doing the session, getting dragged around. I felt a hell of a lot better after it, and yeah, it put me in a good stead. It refocused me for the week leading up to the weekend, and it worked an absolute treat now, I have to say. It got me focused again for Sunday, and I started planning out the run on Sunday and planning out who I was meeting, and reached out to people to bring them on board and all the rest of it. It worked a treat for them then on Sunday. and it worked out treat for me, you know. It was a win-win for everybody then leading on to Sunday. Getting that 10 miler done on Sunday in the middle of 18 at marathon pace, and how easy it felt and all the rest of it, really copper fastened than what I'm doing for the last 11 weeks. Even the recovery on it the next day, that afternoon, I played a game of golf with the young lad in the afternoon, and I was grand walking around, I have to say. I was tired, but grand, you know. And it all leads back to doing all the small things over the last 11 weeks, you know, and building blocks and everything else. They've stood me in good stead, even though there were times that I don't fancy doing it, and this, that and the other was coming in, and just knocking it out and getting it done, and I'm seeing the benefits for it now. And that's why at the moment I really have to work hard at just nailing down the little things, and really stay focused, keep knocking out a gym session. If I have to bloom and change a run day or whatever it is, or a speed session, I'll change the run day, but I get it done. I tweak it around and I talk to myself and all the rest of it, but I'm getting them done. Mightn't be on the day that I plan to get them done, but they're getting done in the week, and I'm spacing it out, that I'm not leaving myself too shagged for the next quality session, like, you know what I mean? But no, it's all a mental game. This running crack, to think that marathon running or any type of running is physical, I don't agree with it in a million years. All right, you go out and you run, and that's the physical part, but reaching the goals and the standards that you set it's an awful lot physical and mental, and look, it takes years of training, it takes months of training and practice and trial and error, and you succeed some days, and other days you don't quite hit the target, but they're never a failure, you know. And if I can just get a couple of % out a day, it's a win-win for me, you know. So that's all I'm taking out of it, and I'm happy to take it out of it, you know, and move on, go forward into the rest week next week, and see what that brings us. So moving on to next week. Next week is a rest week, so I'll try and aim for half the mileage that I done last week. Last week we were back up over the 90k last week, so another solid week. So this week I'll be reducing it. I'll be probably taking an extra day off or two, and getting a couple of rubs into the legs, getting a couple of treatments, doing a bit more mobility, a bit more stretching. I'd still do a quality session or two during the week, but it'll be only half of what I was doing, just to fire up the legs and keep that tension in the muscles and the tendons. But I'm looking forward to the rest week, looking forward to Bohemian, and looking forward to see what I get out of it, and ticking another box, and really going at it the weekend. And if yous are there, I'll see yous all there. Remember, if yous can like, share, subscribe, follow, do whatever yous do with all these social media videos. I'd really appreciate it. Until next week, take care of yourselves. See you then.